Have you thought about skipping the bidding wars and want to buy a new construction home? Well, where do you start? Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe with Great Life Colorado eXp Realty, and this is Living in Colorado. If you haven't already, please go ahead and smash that like button and please subscribe. So, if you've been looking for a home in 2021, you know it's been absolutely brutal out there. New construction is one way you can skip some of that chaos. So how do you do it? And what do you look for? Well, when you're buying a new construction home, it can be a pretty stressful event overall because really you're basically buying a dream. It's an idea, it's a blueprint. You're buying something that you hope will eventually happen. So there's some things that I think you need to know before you get into the process. Number one, you need to research your builder. Are they a reputable builder? And what type of things have they been building? Are they a single home type of builder, or are they building entire communities? Is it a single plot of land that you're buying for a custom home, or are you getting a cookie cutter? Make sure that you know that the builder that you're working with is able to complete the construction and you won't be left hanging. Make sure that they have a good reputation. Make sure that they're financed well, and basically that they're known for building high quality homes. Make sure that they can complete on time and on budget. Are they an experienced builder or brand new? If you're their first client, a lot can go wrong and you have a lot of cash on the table. It's kind of a tough place to do a trial run. Bottom line, make sure that your builder has a proven track record with good quality control. Go ahead and Google them, just see what comes up. Second, let's talk about upgrades. When you're buying a new construction home, you're gonna go see the show home, and it is gonna be the Cadillac of homes. It's gonna look amazing and it's gonna look expensive. That's because it is. Those upgrades add up very quickly. And you'll see that a lot of them you can install yourself after the fact and just be at a fraction of the cost. So first, make sure you love your floor plan and all of the basics that come with the home. Don't get hung up on the upgrades. Make sure you love your lot. You're gonna be there, it's your location. Once you have your lot and your floor plan picked out, then you can start looking at the upgrades. Look to see what's gonna give you the most bang for the buck when you eventually sell this home. So for instance, if you wanted hardwood floors, go for it. That's something that's a good resale down the road as well. But if you're looking at surround sound in every room, it might not be an upgrade to do right there at the construction phase, and do that down the road with a second contractor. So I'd say maybe skip that. So granite countertops, that's a great one. And what a lot of people don't know is they come in different levels, level 1 I think up to 4. And they're gonna try to sell you on the upgrade. Well, at the end of the day, people love granite. They don't care what kind it is, so just go with the basic. The third thing I'd recommend when you're buying a new construction home is to make sure you have your financing in order before you walk into that sales office. They're going to have an in-house financing company and they're going to try to get you to use them. And that might be a great thing to do. They offer a lot of financial incentives. Things like covering closing costs or loan origination fees will be paid for by the lender at closing. That could be a great benefit and save you thousands. But you really won't know what that savings will be unless you have something to compare it with. So sometimes they say that they could be paying for your origination fee or paying for all of your rates, but it could be an inflated rate to start with. And they've inflated those closing costs to make it seem like you're getting a really great deal. So compare apples to apples. Make sure you get a quote from another reputable lender to know what it actually would cost to close. So when they're offering you this great closing benefit, you know it's not just an inflated price that they're taking a discount on just so you have a good incentive to go with them. The third tip is home inspections. Have them often and have them early. It's very, very important. And it's something that's often missed if you're not working with an agent because you just don't know any better. You trust the builder is going to do it right. And in some cases they do, but in most cases they don't. So make sure you have your home inspector on the ready. And make sure they go out at different phases of the build process. So for example, after you've completed framing, make sure that the inspector gets out there and takes a look. After drywall goes up, send your inspector back. And when your electric and plumbing goes in, send them back again. But the most important inspection is going to be that last one when you're finished. Definitely have them go back out and do a final inspection before closing to make sure all of the things that have been identified prior are completed and there's nothing else that could possibly be wrong. You would not believe the things that we have found in new homes as far as that just aren't correct, that would have never been discovered had we not sent an inspector out there. So it's just really, really important. In many cases, they're putting up these homes as fast as they can, and mistakes happen, and the county inspector that comes out is not your safety net. They overlook a lot of things or just plain miss some because they don't have a lot of time and they have a lot of things to inspect. My fourth tip is to make sure you read your contract thoroughly. So new construction builders often use their own real estate contracts. They're not using the same state approved contracts that you would use if you're buying an existing home. What that basically means is they're having their own lawyers draft up the contract. They're often one-sided towards the builder and worded very much in their favor. One example is many builders will penalize you if you can't close on time. But on the flip side, they'll give themselves an extra 2 or 3 months if something delays construction. So make sure that you know that there's some fairness in that contract, and in those situations that you can negotiate the real estate contract back into your favor. Make sure you read it thoroughly and you know exactly what you're getting into. So, to sum it up, make sure you read your contract. Before we get into my last tip, I want to make sure that you please hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. So, this leads me to my last and final tip of the day. Hire a real estate agent or a realtor to go with you, especially on that first visit to the new community. The builder has a sales rep, a title company, an in-house lender, a construction superintendent, and an entire team of people working for them and on their behalf. And frankly, you're at a major disadvantage. Things will slip past you that you would never pick up on. They're not being dishonest, but you just don't know all of the ins and outs of the process. Work with a realtor who's been through the new construction process and knows what to look for and can negotiate on your behalf. They know things that can be negotiated and things that can't. Things like maybe appliance packages, upgrading your paint, your windows, and most importantly, getting all of those inspection items corrected before closing. Make sure you have a good realtor on your side so that all of those things can be negotiated on your behalf and nothing's missed just because you didn't know any better. It's your way of being protected. So if something happens, which might happen, you have an opportunity to either get your money back or get that problem resolved to the best possible solution. So, new home construction is an absolutely wonderful thing to do. You can make the home exactly the way that you want it from the beginning. You're building it right there from scratch from the start, and you just need to know what you need to do to make sure that you can do that and be protected. If you have any questions or you're looking at a new construction home, here in Colorado we have countless new communities going up in the Front Range, and I'd be more than happy to help you find that perfect match. I look forward to helping you find your great life in Colorado. Until then, see ya.